Hey, Underground family, we just wanted to take a minute and celebrate with you all that God has done in 2018 and at the same time announce some of the changes and innovations that we're embracing going into 2019 and beyond, and let you know how you can make a pledge and come alongside empowering, serving, releasing missionaries all over the city in 2019. You know, just a week ago, I started a membership at a new gym. And the guy that was showing me around the new gym, you know, he asked me what I do. I told him I'm in ministry. And he talked about how he's, you know, really disillusioned with the church. He's not really into religion. But eventually in our conversation, we realized how he loves well-built bikes, not knowing that that's a microchurch in the underground. Several months ago, I took an Uber ride over to St. Pete Airport, and my Uber driver again, we got on the topic of spirituality and religion, and he talked about how he doesn't like institutionalized religion, but he loves improv comedy, and he frequently is involved with the Box Improv Comedy Club, which is a microchurch of the underground. He just doesn't even know it. Even my own neighbor, you know, some of our neighbors and friends have in the past gathered on his front porch, and to hear him talk about how he has a high concern for spirituality, but has a distaste for the church, but he just doesn't even realize that the church, the goods of the church, has found its way to his front porch. That's what I love about what we do. It's not that we're just trying to like empower and be innovative and just become a massive citywide network of churches just because. It's because we want transformation in the city. And in order to see kingdom transformation in the city, we have to saturate the city with faithful witnesses of the kingdom, faithful communities that are proclaiming and demonstrating the good news of the kingdom of God to every people in every place all over this city. And that's what I love. It's like everywhere I go, I just think I'm in the footsteps of microchurch ministry. At any time, I could be. That's why it's so exciting that this year we've added another 40 microchurches to the network, meaning that over the course of 11 years, we've said yes. We've sat down and met one-on-one and said yes and empowered 356 microchurch dreams. We've helped bring to fruition in some way 356 microchurch dreams. And today, we're serving and walking with a network of 219 active microchurches in the Tampa Bay area, proclaiming and demonstrating the good news of the kingdom of God to people all over this city. And we've spent the last year praying and listening and discerning about the innovative future of our network. What's next for us? What's God doing in us? And we believe that by God's grace, by 2025, we want to see 600 microchurch dreams empowered, and we'd love to walk toward ordination with 150 microchurch leaders overseeing grassroots ministry all over the city. This communicates our hope to become both a deep and wide network of microchurches. We want to keep multiplying and sending microchurches and leaders all over the city, but we also want to grow deep as a prophetic family of missionaries, a leadership community of missionaries where we're not alone and we're going through the crossroads and the struggles and celebrating with one another as a family of leaders. But in order to pursue that future together, we need to make a few strategic changes right away. One of the first ones is we want to make some moves toward emotionally healthy spirituality. And a couple of the ways that we're going to do that is we're starting a pastoral care department that's going to be led by George Wood, who's coming on staff with the Underground. And that department is going to be a collective of both professional counselors, but also lay leaders who are very skilled in pastoral care to be able to do preventative care, ongoing pastoral care, and even some specialized counseling. We're also wanting to devote some attention to our network's development and our value for multi-ethnicity. We're going to do that by paying attention to a few of our training platforms, but also by creating some intentional multi-ethnic spaces for cross-cultural dialogue, and also devoting some money to a new minority leadership fund. We're also wanting to engage more deeply in our care for marriage and families, but also for bivocational and co-vocational leaders and missionaries in the way that we train and envision leadership. All of these elements are critical for us to be able to create an organization that is able to say yes and come alongside 600 microchurch dreams, but at the same time to be able to build a leadership culture and family where people are able to thrive in leadership over the long haul. And it is our continued conviction to design a budget that doesn't just help us accomplish our core mandate and where we feel like Jesus is leading us as a community, but to also design a budget that takes a prophetic stand and serves as an example of a new way to use resources for the church in our time. We actually operate on more of like $1 million budget, but we've created a lot of creative revenue streams, staff that personally fundraise, departments that generate revenue from retail clients. And so we have a really innovative economic model, and what we really need from the Tampa community is, again, about $480,000 to make it work. And our commitment is to spend exactly 50% of that money on operations, insurance, equipment, the hub, facilities, utilities, all that kind of stuff. We operate on 50% of that money that comes in, but exactly 50% of that money leaves our hands and goes as grants to local missionaries and global missionaries that are doing prophetic kingdom work among the communities that they're called to. All of the information about how that money is spent, every dollar of it, is in the new Foreground app that we've released this year. You can go to either the App Store or the Android Marketplace and just search the word Foreground, and you can find our Foreground app, and you can look at every single dollar of the budget and how it's spent, along with every single microchurch in the network, whether they're new or old, their vision statement, how to get connected with them. We'd love for you to consider helping us to make it possible to equip and send missionaries who have a calling from the Lord to reach a certain group of people, a certain corner, a certain office space, a certain classroom, a certain neighborhood. So would you help us to overwhelm dreamers of the kingdom with the permission of God in 2019? So if you want to take some time to think and pray, we'd love to hear from you. You can go to tampaunderground.com/pledge and let us know how you want to jump in with us to make that possible in 2019. Or you can pledge in the app. On the fourth tab, you can click pledge and let us know how you intend to come alongside the work of the Underground in 2019. We couldn't do it without you. Every time we say yes to a microchurch, it's our yes. So say yes with us.